My name is Emily. I'm 31 years old. I live in Los Angeles. I got the first shot of Pfizer on February 23rd. I was completely healthy, exercising on my spin bike 6 days a week for an hour a day. And now I feel like there's a war raging inside my face and my head. And I'm now 13 and a half weeks into it. And it's just gotten progressively and progressively worse to the point where it's not just in my face, now it's in my scalp. I have pins and needles and neuropathic pain going down my legs and in my feet. My muscles are weak, my arms are weak. I have muscle spasms, internal vibrations, absurd pain with the most insane, grotesque sensations running down my face all day long, looking like a completely normal human being who has to keep up with a full-time workload. Like when I have moments now where like my jaw starts to feel clenched up or like my scalp is burning, like it's hard not to get angry that we could have dealt with this 2 months ago if the doctors had just known, yes, this happens, yes, it is a reaction, and this is what you need. I just think that they don't know anything about these reactions, so they don't want to treat it in a way that might be risky or, could get them in trouble. Um, and because nobody's communicating with them, this is what we're finding, and this is a procedure that we're taking. They don't want to go that extra step. I had a really bad reaction to the vaccine, and they'll be like, huh, I did too. I was sick for like 4 days. And I'm like, wow, you really don't get it. And then I end up getting frustrated with myself because I'm just spilling out all of this information to them. And I'm completely pro vaccine and pro science. But this experience has made me really question the way that our public health system runs and the transparency that's lacking. Republican friends are getting hurt and their Democratic friends are getting hurt. And it's not an issue of politics, and it's an issue of collateral damage and not having had a game plan to deal with that collateral damage. And all of these people who are so pro science never take a second to really think critically that why would they expect, with such a scientific mentality, that a vaccine that was released without an FDA approval, that was rushed with 11 months of studies, would be perfect? That's insane. That's not scientific at all. Watching basketball games with my boyfriend and seeing commercials about the Vaccine Confidence Project when I can't get anybody to help me out with this disease that I'm suffering with is, and these doctors know that there's treatment, but they don't have enough access to information to understand that the vaccines are causing immune mediated reactions that present the same way. I would say that it's criminal to leave a good chunk of the population stranded, suffering in these torturous prisons of neurological issues. So it's really a matter of, okay, like, have I had enough of this? And if I go spend $10,000 on a treatment because my insurance might not cover it, is that going to work? Is it going to make my condition worse? Or, is it just going to have been a waste of money? In the beginning, I was much more frustrated by the people who weren't maybe in my immediate sphere, but just on the fringes of my sphere for not really showing up for me. And it still irritates me, but understanding that they're limited in their compassion because they simply cannot